Shot to what up, boy? It's my partner right there.
Now, I'm gonna give you a good question right here too that I always be meaning to ask owners and stuff. The choking and stuff like that, like when battle rappers come not prepared, straight disrespecting owners. Do you have a conversation with somebody beforehand and let them know like it's just
I don't have a conversation like, yo, do me a favor, don't choke. If I gotta talk to you like that, number one, I feel like a fucking sucker. I'm not gonna beg you to do your job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And number two, you know what I mean? Like, I'm expecting myself to be working with people that care about their craft.
Word.
You know what I mean? Like, this is a business, but at the same time, this is something that y'all love to do. This is something that I love to do. One thing about me, too, you know what I mean, that's different from a few new owners and even some older owners that's out there right now. It really is some triple R shit on this side. For those that don't know what the fuck I mean when I say triple R, that's real, recognized, real.
Yeah.
I don't like to just do text message business.
Word.
I don't like to just do phone call business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know. I did notice that you actually be in the hood, like with these guys. Like
we right at you. We right at you. You know what I'm saying? Like even with Goods. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, come check me. Goods about his money. He came fuck with me. I mean, it was about making sure that he got his deposit on the first car. He ended up rocking out for like 2 hours just chopping it up.
Wow.
You know what I mean? When you sit in front of a nigga that you could tell, like, you know what, this is a serious person. Like, he's not about no bullshit.
Word.
This is a real individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a certain respect level that's established between two men when y'all are on the same page and when y'all got the same characteristics and the same morals. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So honestly, I don't really feel I need to have that type of conversation with people because I don't expect a disrespect thing. Because if you've had conversations with anybody affiliated with RBE, you understand that them some real niggas over there, and they deserve their respect. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, we do good business.
Yeah.
We do real good business. So I'm not worried about that. If somebody go that route, then you know what I mean, like that's more on them. I wouldn't take that as a personal reflection on RBE because I know how we move.
Yeah. Now as far as 1 round battles,
Word.
You know what I mean? Like, I hate them. I'm not gonna lie, but I understand them. You know what I'm saying? But
do
I
you
hate
really?
them.
Do you really understand
I mean,
them?
like, I do understand them. You know what I'm saying? But I think that as far as 1 round battles, can you explain why they're necessary? Because like sometimes like the Goods Danger Zone loved it. Verb, Adi, Boom loved it. But I would have loved to see Adi and Verb go 2 more rounds, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Goods and Danger Zone was a little bit better to me because the Goods is just funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But why 1 round battles necessary nowadays? And also, do you feel as though like it takes away from what it really could be if you book the 1 round instead of 3 rounds? Cause like
I cover that too on the channel. Y'all check that blog out about 1 rounders. I'm gonna touch on every aspect. If I forget one, just remind me. I want to touch on what you asked about with Goods and Danger Zone, Adi, Boom, and Verb.
Word.
I want to touch on why some happen, and I want to touch on the ones that should be 3 rounds. Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Chris Unbiased. You know what I'm saying? He's got
Chris, man.
He's got a good opinion on it, and I agree with him. Certain battles and certain matchups should be 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with his example of like Hitman and Rex.
Yeah.
That's such a big battle, 2 big guys getting on the stage that you got to understand that, maybe that was about the money. You know what I'm saying? Like same thing with like Calico and Daylight. I think Calico already said publicly that was only 1 round because that's what the budget was. You know what I'm saying? So yes, there are business reasons why 1 round has happened. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's not always just about the money. And this example that I'm about to give you right now, the only reason I'm saying this publicly is because it was already said by one of the artists.
Okay.
So Goods had an Untold Truth that dropped on Chris Unbiased's channel. You know what I'm saying? And he told the public, you know what I'm saying, something that I already knew behind the scenes. But once again, I wasn't going to put it out there. But he told them anyway, so it's all good. Those 2 guys, Verb and Goods, wanted to take 2 1-rounders or 1-round battles, you know what I'm saying, to prepare themselves or prepare the public for them matching up with each other for Noam. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That was a plan. You know what I'm saying? That was a plan. Like, listen, you gonna take a up and comer, I'm gonna take one, and then we both gonna do our thing. We're gonna have some new fire behind us, some new publicity behind us. Boom, 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 boom. And then Noam's right there We're gonna promote ourselves to match each other now on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's not money. That's more so tactical shit behind the scenes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, where I stand with one rounders is, in all honesty, not no big-headed shit. We're just fortunate. We blessed. Shout out to my brother Shata. Shout out to everybody affiliated and part of RBE. But any battle that we do one round for, we can afford for 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? We just blessed like that right now. You know what I mean? Humble to be in that position right now.
Word.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm actually a supporter of one-round battles. I think certain battles are ruined by going too long. You know what I'm saying? That could have been the case with Hitman and Conceited. Like, I mean, you never know. You never know. You could take a battle that you think shouldn't be a one-rounder, and then that shit is a one-rounder, and it's like, wow, one of the best shit you ever seen.
Yeah.
Young Ill and T-Rex. You know what I'm saying? Cortez and Big Cannon and Team Bags. You know what I'm saying? One of my personal favorites of all time, QP versus Johnny Alcatraz. Shout out to Block City. Speed, what up? You know what I'm saying? It's like there's certain one-rounders that I'm scared to actually go back in time and put those as 3-rounders because you might be fucking some up, some classic shit.
Word.
So I'm not scared of one-rounders as long as they're done at the proper length. If they're done at like a 5-minute plus or 5-minute minimum, which is a mistake that we actually made with Adi Boom and Verb. It should have been longer, I admit. But if they're done within a nice time capacity and both artists deliver, you're just going to get a bunch of crazy fire-ass material straight through. You know what I'm saying? Now, that whole Verb and Adi Boom situation, same thing with Goods and Danger Zone, I know that a lot of people would have wanted to see Verb and Adi Boom, as you just said, for example, for 3 rounds. But Verb wouldn't have done that battle for 3 rounds, at least not at that time. You know what I'm saying? Would he do it now, being that Adi Boom status is a little bit higher? Maybe. I don't know. You got to ask him. But at that time, there's no way they would have done those battles for 3 rounds. So we gave the public what we could have gave them, and then there was a master plan that they already had behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of shit that people don't understand. Sometimes these fans, before you start throwing dirt, I mean, just do a little homework. Some of this shit actually, some of these pieces of the puzzle was out there on our channel. We sprinkled a little bit of info out there for y'all. Y'all put the puzzles together, and then y'all could sit the fuck back, relax, and be like, okay, we understand. You know what I mean?
Do you feel as though, like, the Verbs and the Goods, they need to take these kind of battles to be relevant, like the new guys? Because I don't think tiers exist no more. I'm beyond that. You know what I mean? As far as like they go though, do you feel as though like the Prezes and the Addies and stuff, it's necessary for these guys to stay relevant?
Nah. I don't think that the top tiers need. All right, once again, and I don't support the tiering structure when it comes to matches either. But I'm gonna say the word or the term top tiers just so that we can keep the conversation. Everybody understands what we're saying. I don't believe that the top tiers need the newcomers or the up and comers, and I don't think that the up and comers need the top tiers. I mean, for example, look at Danny Myers versus Mr. Mills. You know what I'm saying? Look at what some of these up-and-comers are doing when they're battling each other. They're putting on classics. The fans want classics. They want bars. You know what I'm saying? They want good performance. You know what I mean? And the same thing with the top tiers. You got some top tiers that are putting on classics. They don't need each other, but they should use each other because for me and for what we believe in as a fan-first movement, a good battle, a good match is a good match. I don't give a fuck if you've been here for 10 years. I don't give a fuck if you just got here. I don't give a fuck if you can consider top tier. I don't care if people call you a PG. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the best of the best go at it regardless. Regardless. And that whole PG and top tier thing, it starts to become a wall. You know what I'm saying? And it blocks a lot of what the fans could be getting out of this game and out of this culture. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they need each other because we could get classics if people still stick in these realms that they create. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, break those walls down and get the fans classics. Give them what they want, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing, too, because, like, in my opinion, like, I'm very heavy. I'm a fan, too, first. And I have an opinion. I tweet out body bags and, like, what is the proper way to judge a battle? Can you give me that? You know, because I think the fans, like, they would be a clear body bag and it'd be like, nah, this person won. This person won. Like, what is the actual way to judge a battle? And also, would you ever do a judged event?
Yeah, we would. Shout out to Math. I seen that that I forget what it's called. The system that he tried to develop to break down the battle. Yo, Math. The reason why people shout out to Math. I can't wait to see
Top
his fucking
5 dead or alive.
His main event on Lift His Soul July fucking 5th, man. Yo, but Math. The reason why a lot of people is not fucking with that system is simply because it takes too long. It takes too long. You know what I mean, it's very very hard to go through the system that he developed, even though his system 100% makes sense and it has all the elements to judge a battle correctly. It just would take too long for somebody to sit there and go bar for bar. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing with a judge battle, would RBE do judge battles? Yes, absolutely we would. I totally support judge battles, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why I think judge battles or how you would judge them properly, you know what I'm saying, is an issue is because there's so much bias in the game now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fans are at a point now and the game's at a point now where people are feeding into these artists for more than their bars. You know what I'm saying? Now we got reality shows now. You know what I'm saying? People are blogging. People are starting to relate to these people's personalities. So people are becoming fans of the artists themselves past the bars. You know what I'm saying? You could take somebody that had a clear motherfucking L, and his supporters, his true fan base is, nah, he won, or debatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard in that respect. It's real hard in that respect. I think on UFF, I think that's a good example of how it can be done, because you're taking 3 credible people, hip-hop people, and judging these battles. I think we seen that at Pops. Was that still Lions then, I think, at the time, where they have fucking KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane?
Yeah.
How do you argue with those people? You know what I'm saying? You can't.
But like, here's my thing too. It's hard that way because I look at the Ty Law Prez Mafia battle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the building, Prez cooked him.
Yeah.
When I watched it back on camera, I really got Ty winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you know,
and there's a difference between live and on camera.
that's exactly where I was about to go.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about judge battles that's going to be challenging. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we've all had, if you go to a live event, especially a big event that has a big crowd, we've all had those instances where you see a battle and you pick your winner in a building, and you get home and finally that shit drop on YouTube and you're like, nah, that shit is that shit happened to me with Tay Rock versus JC in the building. I thought Tay Rock kicked JC ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got home and that footage dropped. I watched that shit. I was like, I think JC might have won this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's a hard element to judging battles as well. I still don't think that is something that can't happen though. It can happen. It's just got to be credible people, and at the same time, things like that got to be the type of things that the judges pay attention to.
Yeah.
Don't get too swept away in the crowd reaction. You got to really have somebody that has real good ears for battle rap and pays attention. But it could happen, and it could be done very well, and I think it could change the sport a little bit too. You never know.
Are you content with where the sport's going right now?
I'm very content with where the sport is going right now. We got growth popping up all over the fucking place. We got TV shit happening. Shout out to URL for the UFF moves. We got the Total Slaughter popping up now. You think I'm not gonna be in that building? Y'all know I'm everywhere. You think I'm not gonna be there? You know what I'm saying? Like got that popping up. You got other platforms that's popping up that's really putting on. I'm not talking about the bullshit people that's popping up for the wrong reasons and putting out bad quality and bad product. I'm talking about people that's really putting on, like RBE July 5th for Lift His Soul. You know what I'm saying? So there's so much growth right now. I mean, at the end of the day, what do the fans want? They want battles, right? We got battles that couldn't be made prior that's popping up now. You couldn't get a Joe Budden versus a Hollow to Don prior.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. You couldn't get a Loaded Lux and a Hollow to Dawn. You couldn't get it from the biggest platform. You know what I'm saying? UW came in and they made it happen. You know what I'm saying? So there's so much growth and so much going on in the game right now that, you know, there's just so much for the fans to latch on to. So I love where it's going on. I love where it's at right now.
Now, you know, speaking on that too, the Lux Hollow battle,
Yeah.
you know, the most talked about thing, besides it being probably one of the most, that's a debatable battle to me.
It is.
You know what I mean? That's probably the last debatable battle. But the money.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
As an owner, would you ever give somebody 40, 50,000?
If
you know, to battle?
So when you're talking about the type of money that RBE has to spend, you know what I'm saying? I'm very comfortable paying the artists what we got to pay them. You know what I'm saying? Because they kind of deserve what we cut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once you start talking about tens of thousands of dollars, like $40,000 or whatever, now, you know, I got bills like everybody else. Now I got to start shifting a little bit more to making sure that business does work out for us and make sure that the people behind RBE do get their money back. You know what I'm saying? So a situation like that, you really do have to look at and make sure that it's going to work out financially. Do I have a problem with somebody making $40,000? No, I don't give a fuck if you make $100,000. If the money is there, then pay it. You know what I'm saying? And if it's going to be generated, then pay it. If Total Slaughter is going to be put on in Madison Square Garden and it's going to be a 4,000-seat venue and it's going to be sold out, and somebody on that card like Hollow is asking for $15,000, $20,000, y'all are generating it.
Word.
Go pay it to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's actually a part of the reason why everybody is there. You know what I'm saying? I know the machine behind him is deserves a lot of the credit, but at the same time, he's performing. You know what I'm saying? He's a big part of that card. So if the money is there and if the platform behind it can make sense business-wise where they don't fucking have to go home, you know, with the rabbit ear pockets neither, pay the people. Why not? Why not?
Word. I want to commend Joe Button too, man.
Word. Shout out to Joe. It's one of my favorite artists, Button, if not my favorite rapper.
You
Real
know what
shit.
I mean? He from around my hood. And
shout out to him.
You know, I just want to, you know, what's your thoughts on him being the first, you know, mainstream, in my eyes, successful mainstream artist, you know what I mean, to actually step up and do this? I mean, you got the Cassidys and the Meeks, and, you know, they play with it. Yeah. But, you know, what's your thoughts on that? You think that this is going to bring other industry dudes?
I think it absolutely should. I think if I was a peer in the music industry as an artist to Joe Button, I think I would possibly see this and be that much more interested. You know what I'm saying? Because at the root, they should all be interested in battle rap because it's bars. They're lyricists themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it will bring out other mainstream artists into stepping into this arena and giving it a shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there is as much to lose as some of these artists think that there is.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? They're almost in a win-win situation. If you really want to keep it 100, at the end of the day, a lot of people expect Hollow to wash Joe Button.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So if he even makes it debatable, or if he wins, that's that much bigger. You know what I'm saying? If he loses, I'm not saying that he's going to play the scapegoat, but if he loses, everybody's going to say, oh, we expected him to lose.
Yeah.
So you're not really in that bad of a situation as long as you don't get up there and pull a cannabis. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't going to look too bad. Like I don't see how it's a losing situation even for successful artists. Like you take somebody like a Fab. If he gets in that ring and gets body bagged, I don't see his career taking a hit from it. You know what I'm saying? He's still going to sell records. He's still going to reach out to the same fan base that he always has. So I think this should open up the doors for more people to step in this game and expand it because it's popping. It's popping for real.
Is there a chance that Joe could actually win?
Absolutely. I mean, if you're a fan of Joe the way I've been over the years, like I go back with Joe's music. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to everybody that's been fucking with Joe since like the Mood Music series, like 1 through 4 and all that shit. I go back even before that. The first CD I ever fucked with, and where I said like this is one of my favorite artists, was like by DJ Jiggy J. It's called the 5 Mic series. I think it had that NBA freestyle on it. You know what I'm saying? That all-star freestyle on it. Way back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Before his first album dropped and all that. So if you've been paying attention to his career lyrically and musically since then, you know he's a crazy artist. Yeah. So if he sits down and attempts to really focus on writing for a battle rap style layout and focus on battling Hollow the Don, I can't see how he steps on that stage and doesn't land some hard hits. I don't see that happening. So